nerds. Just sitting around talking about stuff. The Burg nerds. This is the Burg nerds. Just sitting around talking about shit.
Hello, friends and fellow nerds. Welcome back to yet another episode of the Burg Nerds, the only podcast out there whose everyone's combined weight outnumbers the viewers 12-1. That is a real statistic that I just made up for this intro.
We have
awesome.
We have a baker's dozen here tonight, it looks like.
Yeah, if by dozen you mean like a combined weight of 1,600 pounds of 1 metric ton.
The team of Earthquake and Typhoon.
I am Jeremy.
I'm Jordan.
I'm Trash Boat, Eddie.
I'm Mike. I'm Lee.
I'm cousin Dalton.
I'm Joe.
I'm the chick on the show. Don't adjust your volume. I am a girl.
Zeke the plumber.
Ladies and gentlemen, the token vagina.
Yeah.
Join the rest of
I'm not the only one with tits, though. I'll have to.
Oh,
No. You know what's sad is you're not even the nicest pair here.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
I just threw up a little bit on my mic. I'm
You
sorry.
fucking liked it. That's because that's just your sexual attraction coming through. Don't worry about it.
No, that's the
Don't
beer coming
fight
up.
it. Let it happen. Let
No,
it
on
happen
him,
naturally for him. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry.
That's tasty.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry.
So this episode we kind of use as a catch-all. We're just talking about all things nerdy, new, and up-and-coming. And we are going to go to Zeke over here. Zeke the plumber, you said you wanted to talk about some new. You said you want to talk about some new movies and stuff coming out, some upcoming titles. Are we talking about comic book titles, or are we talking about titles of all?
Well, I got a few action movies,
Ew.
a few comic books.
Oh, I fucking hate comic books.
Yeah, I know they're gay, but the thing I'm really excited about is the new Lego movie. It's finally coming out on DVD next week. So pick up your firstborn child, take it to Walmart, trade it in for this movie.
For a fat scooter.
Let him know, you're going to live where mommy works now. I'm sure they'll start up an orphanage eventually, discount kids. So it's very much worth it. I love that movie.
Absolutely.
Charlie Day is in it. He's one of my favorite actors right now.
I don't know who that is.
I don't either.
He is from Always Sunny, and he was on Pacific Rim, I think.
What's going on with the feedback? We're okay, alright. Oh, he's in Always Sunny? That's why I don't know who he is.
Yeah.
But I think he's hilarious.
I know
And,
Danny DeVito.
Morgan Freeman and Will Ferrell are also in that movie, and it's an awesome movie. When I went
like
to
Morgan
see it,
Freeman.
people cheered. There was maybe 3 children in the audience. It was epic.
I actually saw a little bit of that movie, and it was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
I totally thumbs up. I can't wait for it to come out because I actually want to be able to watch the whole thing.
Wasn't Jonah Hill in it too? Didn't he voice the character in it?
Probably.
It actually took me a while to actually watch the movie because I figured it was going to be like a kid's movie or something. And I get to the movie theater and we're hearing everybody cheering and singing along to the "Everything is Awesome" song and everything. And I look around and it's 20-year-olds and 30-year-olds and 40-year-olds and a random 90-year-old, and it's
because we grew up
At
with
stage that we should probably cheer and think that is awesome, but it's kind of sad.
yeah.
And I have to give kudos. Jonah Hill actually played the best interpretation of Green Lantern I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Because he is so bromance on Superman, and it's
Yeah.
absolutely hilarious.
So you weren't a Ryan Reynolds fan?
No, absolutely not. Almost did to Green Lantern what George Clooney did to Batman.
Ugh. That's the dumbest thing I've heard since Bruckheimer putting nips on the Batman suit.
You got your interesting story about earlier tonight if you want.
Oh yeah, we do have an interesting story. Joe, do you want to grab a mic and join us? Since you're on the poster.
You got it.
I'd like to just point out real quick that we have we have more people than we have microphones, almost 2-1.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna fly with it. Fuck it. Country cousin Dalton is here,
Yes, indeed.
and Linda's here, and the token vagina's in the house.
What?
Mike Wazowski.
And so earlier tonight, I actually reached out to one of our favorites. I mean, we put this woman up on a pedestal with
Of trash.
We put this. That was Jordan that said that. We put this woman up on a pedestal with, I mean, some of our greatest heroes of all time. Like it goes like this. It literally goes Spider-Man, Wolverine, Mamie White,
Miyagi.
Miyagi. Yeah, Miyagi after Mamie White. I actually called Mamie White tonight, which was frightening, which is really weird. We've actually appealed to her. We've actually reached out to her to actually come onto the show and talk to us about anything. I don't even give a fuck what it is she talks to us about, as long as she comes on the show and talks to us.
I wanted to just sing the alphabet to me, like over and over.
Yeah, I mean that's anything.
A-B-F-E
W-Q.
We might have to give her some notes.
Listen, Edna.
Fine.
Listen, Edna. Like, your voice is that of a fucking beautiful songbird in comparison to Mamie White. Nothing you can do can hit that. You could gargle
Hot
gravel
acid, yeah.
and chase it down with Jack Daniels and a Lucky Strike and still would not even be. She makes me, like, my voice is relatively, like, low and kind of gravel, but she makes me sound like a fucking prepubescent girl. Like, that is... She don't smoke tobacco. She just eats it by the handful. Like, she eats tobacco with rocks
She
in
does
it.
chew.
Hey, baby.
She had spit cup.
Let's be honest. You just got to imitate a fat girl up in the mountains, wash her pooty poo somewhere. I mean, it's
In wash pan.
Poo to poo.
I just want her to come on the show and do her own rendition of Coal Miner's Daughter. And I'm not even, like, I know we're poking fun, but this podcast, all of this circle of friends, we are so insanely fascinated with this woman and her family. Like, we have seen this fucking documentary. I've seen it, I know, at least 25 times.
With the exception of one person.
Who's that?
The one that ran around the corner.
Oh, yeah. So I'm on the phone with Mamie, and I'm chit-chatting with her, and just talking about maybe trying to get her on the show. And, of course, the first thing that comes out of her mouth is, well, I'm on probation, or prohibition, as she so elegantly put it. And she can't leave the state unless it's for a job. She has to be being paid, which we all know that's a law. So we all know that's legit. And I told her, I said, no, you don't have to leave. We're just going to do a radio interview. And she was like, well, she kind of put on the brakes and was like, well, I'd still like to get some money for it. So I'm just chatting with her, trying to be as diplomatic and professional as possible. Because I really would like to have her on the show. I mean, I want to have her to my house, not just on the show. I want to have her over for dinner. I want her to be in my fucking life so bad. I'm so obsessed with this family that I've thought about her 6 times since we started this fucking episode, before I even started talking about her. So I'm on the phone with her, and I'm trying to be diplomatic and professional. And I look over. Jordan is nowhere to be found. So I close up the conversation. I tell her I'll talk to her soon. I'll contact her about being on the show. And I end the call, and Jordan comes around from the side of the house. He fucking hid while I was on the phone with her. And, like, it just escaped me for a minute. And then I got to thinking about it. I was like, why were you hiding? And what were you hiding from? Was she going to come to the fucking phone and say something to you personally?
Because if we get her on the show and they take offense, those people are crazy. They're in West Virginia near Eastern Kentucky. That is no man's land.
Yeah.
And we're also linked to our real selves on Facebook. Not a good idea. I fear for my life.
That's
and
why I use a fake name.
I'm not the only one who feels that way, just so you know.
That you can find on Facebook.com.
Just saying.
Who else feels that way? Who else was scared? Who else hid?
No, I hid, but there's somebody else here that feels the same way. Thank you.
That's
I'm
Joey.
guilty.
Joey is guilty of being chased down by the whites.
I've never seen this woman, so
Good.
I've got no.
Yeah.
no
I
bid.
have
Well, here's the
Eastern
thing, like,
I'm
Kentucky
not watching
kin,
that
so
movie again.
If I was ever cornered by a white, like, I think I could get away. Like, I would just appeal to reason, because if there's anything the whites are known for, it's logic and reason.
Yeah.
I haven't seen this documentary,
Don't.
but I'm feeling like it's leaning more towards Texas Chainsaw Massacre than anything else. Is the vibe I'm getting from.
It's like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre if everyone was really high on pills.
I mean, mixed with Pee Wee Herman, right? I mean, it's kind of the same thing.
It's like Leatherface crunched up a bunch of muscle relaxers and sort of, or whatever the fuck it is people do when they're pieces of shit.
I got your leg.
But no, like I just would appeal to him. Like, listen, don't murder me in some shitty, horrible death that we've all seen, because I'm
feed you
extremely
kids, boy.
and legitimately fascinated with these people. Like, I can't get enough of these motherfuckers. I love them so fucking much.
Just like Leatherface.
Yeah.
Candyman can't understand them either, so he never comes to their house.
I have a Leatherface
Man.
tattoo. What's going right here beside it? Mamie White.
Man, she's had
Mamie White is going
Already
right.
made the Miracle
wow.
Woman.
she's had some hard living.
Look at that beautiful fucking face. Look at that. Mike is pulling up a picture of Mamie White.
I'd stick a cupcake in there.
Yeah, I'd stick your cupcake in there. My cupcake's keeping the fuck away from it.
Oh, I wouldn't.
Jordan, why are you sweating?
I wouldn't do it with your dick.
You look legitimately nervous.
I'm terrified of that part of the country.
I'm terrified
Here's
of
the
that.
thing, like I actually have some like in-laws that like live like in Eastern Kentucky and West Virginia, and they're actually really normal. So not all of them are really
That's
scary.
the exception to the rule,
Yeah.
I imagine.
I
Okay.
was
It's
born
the exception
there.
that proves the
But you
rule.
don't live there, do you?
I grew
Thank
up there
you.
a little
Thank
bit.
you. Thank you.
No, I don't live there anymore. It's
Yeah, the
kind of
blue
a
people. The
shithole.
blue people live there, and they get Mountain Dew mouth. And
I got
your
a.
phone don't work there, and it smells like the gasoline plant. And nobody, all people do is work in coal mines over
You
there.
are so
Right.
tore up, like you're rambling,
Yeah.
but not even like the fun Jordan way, like the scared way.
Dude, you're like all twitchy and everything.
Oh my
Your
God!
fingers,
Yeah,
like,
he's twirling stuff on the microphone like an addict.
Like,
right
no,
now.
don't get me wrong, man. I am
Dirty's
scared.
going to show up and kill me with his tattoo needle, and he's going to spell my name wrong. And
He's gonna give me the herps.
Oh,
well, your
he's
name
going to
wrong.
start that old piece of car up and be like, yeah.
oh, that's how rednecks do it.
See, Jordan's gonna be sleeping in bed, and all of a sudden he's just gonna hear
Like I want you to
out
know,
the window.
like I want you to know that I'm scared, but my fascination is outweighing how scared I am with this.
Not
family.
mine.
They're,
Just so you know, I'm frightened of them.
I want you to know that I'm going to hook you up with Mooney or whatever. Who was the one that was in prison? Mousy. Sean Mooney from WWF, the old announcer. I'm Sean Mooney.
Will you travel to West Virginia with me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
And-
you can
and
go
do
to
that.
West Virginia.
I'm going to Madison, West Virginia.
Can we please?
Off
Yes.
off you go.
Oh, can I take the video camera?
Yeah.
It'll
I'll
be
be
Blair
home
Witch
eating
Project is
potato
what's gonna happen.
Eddie, you
And
will
while
never
we're at
be
it-
seen again. You will never
I
be
was
seen
gonna-
again. He
Hey.
will be the sacrificial lamb. When you all are running
Yeah.
for the car, you all push his ass down, and he will be the sacrificial lamb.
They're
Right
gonna be
now.
running through a creek.
Here's the thing: is that out of all of us, Eddie's probably the most athletic,
Yeah.
but his fear cripples him. So he's gonna get locked in place, scared like a deer in headlights, and we're all gonna fucking get away.
Well, me and Joey will stay home, and we'll go to Five Guys. Have fun.
Don't leave me.
So yes, we have. The bottom line is we reached
They
out to
find
Mamie, and we
Eddie's
could
teeth.
potentially have her as a guest on this show.
I'm not giving any money. Sorry.
Oh,
no.
No, we're
Taking up a
gonna.
collection.
We'll probably skip on that.
I'd go to Taco Bell, get her some Fiestas.
Hey! Be fair. Everybody loves Fiesta. You can get me a Fiesta while you're
I
there.
think I
as
have-
soon as we figure out what it is.
I think I have $2 on a Visa gift card I can donate to this.
There's
Y'all ain't got
30 cents
parties?
on the card.
So we're gonna move on. We're going back to news with Herschel here. What do you got for us, Zeke?
Have you guys seen the new previews for Ninja Turtles and Transformers?
Yes.
Yes, and they both look the same.
Yeah. Did you see Optimus Prime riding a T-Rex?
Yes.
Oh, that was him.
Yeah.
Was that Grimlock he's riding?
Yes.
That's stupid.
So moving on. Arnold Schwarzenegger has confirmed that there is going to be a Terminator 5,
That's stupid.
but that's
Yes.
not going to be the title.
That's
And it's supposed to start filming. It was supposed to start filming in January this
his
year.
tits like hang down to his knees now. He can't do that.
No. If you've seen recent pictures of him, he is bulked back up.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Schwarzenegger, dude, is looking like. It looks like if you took Schwarzenegger from like 1983
Uh-huh.
and just like took a knife and cut into his face and made like some grooves.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks only his age in his face. The rest of his body
This
is.
just in: Terminator 5, when metal rusts.
Huh?
Yeah.
That's the
It's
subtitle?
gonna be-
Oh, it should be.
It-
I was like, really? We all were like, that's legit.
God, that sucks as a title.
Why would they do that?
Why would they shoot themselves in the foot?
What else we got upcoming? Anything in the
Well-
comic world, like not Transformers and Ninja Turtles. They're not in the fucking comic world. They are, but they're not.
Well, I have Avengers. Do you not want them?
Age of Ultron. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Actually, can I jump in here with the?
Yeah, go ahead, Eddie.
All right, so some Avengers info got leaked out online a couple of days ago, and I was so happy to jump on it, so I saved it and emailed it to myself. So
As well, you should have.
So I'm going to read this to you guys. It's just a few paragraphs, but I mean, it goes into characters and story. So are you guys ready for story time?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay. Apparently, Age of Ultron will be dense and over 2 hours long. Whedon is definitely trying to go bigger with this film, and we've already heard about some potentially beefed up roles for some of the secondary members of the team.
I'd just like to point out that how in the fuck do you go bigger than the last 45 minutes of Avengers, the first Avengers?
I don't know.
I mean, that was really impressive.
Yeah.
That was some of the best, like, comic to screen shit I've ever seen. I mean, it was just wonderful.
Avengers was amazing. So it says some potentially beefed up roles for some of the secondary members of the team, like the Hulk, Black Widow, and Hawkeye. First of all, I don't think Hulk is ever a secondary member of the team, but anyways, these new rumors give more weight to those reports, but take them in a direction. But take them in a direction we weren't quite expecting. The film will supposedly open right after Captain America: The Winter Soldier, where it left off. The opening set piece is a battle between the Avengers and the villainous Baron von Strucker.
You realize when shit like this happens, though, they recut and reshoot a lot of shit for this so that no one has any idea what's going on in the movie.
Damn, cool.
So basically, information getting leaked, it's rarely ever accurate. So, like, while I would like to have a big boner about the information you just released, I'm not going to waste it. Because I'm getting older and they're getting fewer and fewer.
All right, so Baron von Strucker, who was last seen in Winter Soldier's post-credits scene in a Hydra outpost and had imprisoned the film's two big new characters, Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. Von Strucker has the weaponry. He has Loki's staff from the Avengers, and even the corpse of a Leviathan, whose gigantic space whale-like creatures that entered the wormhole during the Battle of New York.
I only care about Thanos, and I'm not hearing anything about Thanos.
We'll give it a second.
Who is
Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch start
He
off
can only
fighting.
read so fast.
Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch start off fighting alongside Von Strucker against the Avengers. Some Hulk smashing occurs and Scarlet Witch casts a spell on the green monster that makes him believe that the Leviathan is still alive.
Nobody cares about Magneto's two kids. Where's Thanos?
He needs to pay child support anyway.
Eventually, the Avengers win and capture the bad guys. Afterwards, they all head back to Avengers Tower to celebrate and have a big party. This is no joke.
Does this mean I don't have to
Did they
watch
get
the
some
movie now
shawarma?
because you just told me the whole movie?
Shawarma's good.
No. The whole gang is there, including James Rhodes, and they all attempt to pick up Thor's hammer. Tony breaks the arm off the Iron Man armor while trying to lift it, while Captain America, who is able to wield the hammer in the comics, is actually able to make it budge. Now, sorry, I lost.
I want to hear more information about the Hulkbuster suit.
the Hulkbusters.
Yeah, that's a real
Yeah.
thing.
One awesome ass suit.
Yeah.
Like he made a fucking suit that can actually take out Hulk.
And there's a Thor Buster that is electric proof.
Ooh.
Now, this is where things get really interesting. Remember when Mark Ruffalo mentioned last week that his role would be more complex and have more layers and a bit more arc this time around?
No.
Well, he and Black Widow have apparently really hit it off and kind of have a thing for each other.
So we get some more ScarJo. We're
Yeah.
guaranteed some more
Is
ScarJo.
Harry Dean Stanton in it again? Crap.
However, Bruce Banner is a bit scared that he won't be able to control himself and is afraid that their intimacy would unleash the Hulk, which is actually a nice callback to a plot point in The Incredible Hulk. I'm guessing Liv Tyler's Betty Ross isn't coming back to the MCU. But that's apparently not all the romantic tension that's going around. Thor has apparently broken up with Jane. So what's the whole point of Thor: The Dark World then? As she's seen in a bar with Chris O'Dowd's character Richard from the Thor sequel. Almost done, guys. I swear.
Okay, thank you.
Those are all details we were given, but they add up to quite an interesting opening of Age of Ultron. No, they fucking don't. There's nothing interesting about that.
There's nothing interesting. I was like,
I was all excited over leaked
God.
Why didn't
information,
you
but
read it first before
because you know
presenting
what?
it?
I didn't want to
Take some
I didn't wanna-
notes.
Shut the fuck up, Harold. Listen.
Fuck you, Eddie.
I didn't want to ruin the surprise for myself when I read because I was
Well,
Well,
might
you
as well
ruined
just
it
said
for
the
us.
Avengers sit around and drink coffee.
okay. You know what? I'm sorry to
You
waste all of
ruined
your
it.
time.
That is
It's
the most
ruined.
pansy ass reading I've ever sat
They
through.
play darts.
Shut up, Mike. I'll take all you all
All
on.
right, hey, fuck all that. All
Continue
right,
on.
Eddie, good job, man.
Good job.
Appreciate
I'm
it.
excited about the Avengers
for
Age of
effort.
Ultron.
I'm less excited.
Okay, but never mind that bullshit. Michael Keaton is Birdman. Has anyone else seen this?
What?
Yes, I think it was announced today. They released a poster for it. He is Birdman. Michael Keaton playing the aging, washed-up actor who played Birdman, and the story is about like his rise and fall, or his fall, I guess, rise and fall, and then subsequent rise. As he starts out, the movie starts out as him as the washed up, no good actor who played Birdman, the heroic superhero. No, and the movie tells the story of him, like his rise back to fame as he puts together a Birdman Broadway show.
Oh, I was hoping it was gonna be.
I was
Harvey
so
Birdman.
disappointed. Me and Lee watched it earlier, and we was thinking, "Oh, Birdman comics, you know,
Yeah.
here we go." And then it's about Broadway plays, and at the end of the trailer, he's running around with a Fight Club dude in his underwear, wrestling and stuff. So that was totally not what I was expecting.
That sounds like a normal Saturday night for me.
yeah.
Yeah, fuck every one of you then. I was really excited about that.
I'd rather
Here,
get
I thought you were going to Beetlejuice
Yeah,
too,
I'd
and
rather
I
have
was
Beetlejuice.
excited.
or Mr. Mom too.
No. Did you realize that that there was actually in development? There was a script going around for Beetlejuice 2.
Yes.
Beetlejuice Goes Tropical.
Yeah, but that
Oh,
was shortly
wow.
after the first one.
Yeah. Do you know who was originally given the opportunity to write a treatment for it?
Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Smith.
Oh, that's what I meant. God,
Kevin
sorry.
Spacey.
It's that all that Call of Duty news. Got me. Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Smith
Yeah.
was actually originally going to write. He was also set to write a movie called Hot Rod that was about Michael Jackson and a little boy. And Michael Jackson is actually a car. He can turn into a car, and the little boy can get inside him,
Didn't he do that?
which seemed to make sense, I guess, at the time.
That happened in Moonwalker, though. He turned into a spaceship.
And
Yeah.
Captain EO.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
At
those
Epcot,
are
I
all
remember
things
seeing
that
Captain
happen.
EO at Epcot.
Kevin Smith still gives the best commentary ever for the movie Roadhouse.
No,
Roadhouse.
yeah.
Oh my god, it's amazing.
Ghostbusters 3 will begin shooting
No,
in early
don't.
2015.
Don't even.
No.
Is there any news on what exactly they're going to do with the
Don't.
the very, very obvious lack of Harold Ramis?
No, Sigourney Weaver leaked that during her
Well, she
That,
is that age.
Oscar, her son, the baby in the movie, was going to grow up, and Peter Venkman would be a ghost directing him, and he would be a Ghostbuster. A few of the original writers, including Dan Aykroyd, are writing it.
They
so-
just they shouldn't do it. Ghostbusters needs to stay in our memory. As great as it is, Ghostbusters 3 will never live up to what we all have in our heads.
Yeah.
Leave it alone.
Well,
Leave it
Aykroyd,
alone.
where he wanted to go with it back in the 90s was he wanted to see Ghostbusters in hell.
Yeah, just leave. They need to leave it
So
alone.
I don't know. There is no plot written for it yet.
Let's treat it like Nirvana. One of them's gone. We just move on.
And we make Foo Fighters
Wow.
instead.
Just leave it alone. God, Bill Murray don't even fucking want to do it.
Now here's some shit you don't care about. The Flash gets a full 5-minute movie trailer.
All right.
Yeah, that's. I did not bury the lead. I went right in with here's some shit you don't care about.
Now wait. If you've seen it, they're tagging that in with the Arrow that's now on the CW, which nobody watches.
No one. Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah,
I've seen some of it.
I can tell you, Arrow is a great show. The Flash, the way they've introduced him, if you are a comic book nerd, looks super damn cool. Period.
Okay. Here's some other news. Thank you, Mike, for that addition.
You're gonna shoot me down, aren't you?
No. Still, I just never. That's not an Arrow fan. I tried to watch the show. I didn't really care much for it. I wasn't really a Green Arrow fan to begin with. You know what I mean? Like this, I don't know. It's just that world. I didn't care much for it, man.
I'm waiting.
But no, that was legitimate, man. Good addition. Why you gotta be fucking such a dick? Like I was giving you a prop, like, "Hey man, good addition." And
No,
you're like,
bullshit.
"Go ahead and
I'm
shoot
waiting
me
for
down."
it. You go ahead and say what
You're
you're
old.
Picture folder.
You're fucking old. There. Is that what you did? You
There it
need
is.
something?
There
Okay.
it is. It only took 2 episodes, but thank you.
Look, just one question with the Flash and everything. I mean, it's the same question I have with any comic book movie: is what is the suit going to look like? Is it going to be cartoonish and just
No, it looks like
Or
the
is
Flash's suit, except kind of loose fitting vinyl.
loose fitting?
It kind of looks like shit.
Big Bang Beetleborg.
Oh, that show is awful.
Now here's something that's a couple of weeks ago. They released a first look at Batfleck with the what appears to be the old Batman logo on his chest. You remember the big wide Batman logo
Yeah.
from the early Batman stuff?
Yeah.
Where it was like the bat, but it had the Batman like written inside the logo or whatever,
Yeah,
like the old
yeah.
comics. I think it's cool, man. What do
Wait a
you
minute,
think?
the old logo said Batman on him?
Yeah, like no, not on his chest, but on the
Oh, okay.
comics, on the front of the comics.
Oh, okay.
Like the word Batman was written inside of a big, like wide bat.
Well,
I think it looks all right, actually.
one of the things I like about it too is, Affleck is not super in shape or anything like that. And one of the things that they were talking is they wanted to kind of go back to like the old school, kind of like the old Batman where he just looked like a normal guy.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing I kind of like with this. It's a really good aspect to go with. So I love it.
They're delaying the release of that movie. It was supposed to come out July 17th of next year, but
You're-
Warner Brothers announced that they are delaying it due to the complex visual nature of the story needing more time to develop. In other words, it sucks.
You're delayed.
We don't have our shit together.
I
It's like
hate the bat symbol on his chest.
I love it. It goes right back to the
it looks
1940s.
like an
I think it looks
overweight
awesome.
bat.
So,
Yeah,
It
that's
looks
the
like
original logo. Ben Affleck looks like an overweight bat. I personally dig it, man. Absolutely, I think it's cool. Mike, what do you pass around? Yeah, the Flash suit. It's kind of looking
Ugh.
kind of shitty. I don't care about the Flash.
That looks like
It's a
something.
little
That looks like
vinyl,
something
isn't
I
it?
would make.
I like it because it looks like something from the comics. It's just it gives that comic
It looks a
feel
little
to
vintage
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
it. It looks cool.
I watched the intro. They actually had his introduction on Arrow. Stuck very true to it. Actually had him being struck by the
It's
lightning.
Jumpin'
a
Jeff
bit.
Farmer.
It's
Yep.
really good. I'm excited. So.
Right on.
Lordy, that looks
The
bad.
suit looks like the comics, but it's leaving me wanting more. It's just not oomph
Yeah.
to me.
Margaret, do you have any other news?
X-Force will be released in 2016.
They're making an X-Force movie?
X-Force movie.
It looks like it's
Strong
following the
So are
comics.
they going through all like their third tier stuff now?
I think so. There's just
Yeah.
nothing else to option to film.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, the Ant-Man proved that.
Yeah.
yeah, and Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well, they're doing
Hey,
Guardians.
whoa,
Doctor Strange, I think
Doctor
it's going to be
Strange.
really good. And they're down to 2 actors for Doctor Strange.
Richard
Yeah.
Dreyfuss?
Yes. Well, they're down to 2 actors: Benedict Cumberbatch or Tom Hardy.
I'd rather
like
see Tom
Cumberbatch.
Hardy.
No, I think
Fuck
Benedict.
Benedict
I think
Cumberbatch.
both of them.
He
would
looks
be
fucking
amazing.
weird.
But if either
Benedict
one of
Cumberbatch.
if any one of them are
Fuck
cast
Sherlock.
as Doctor
Bricklebatch.
Strange, I'm all over it. But Benedict Cumberbatch, I have a big soft spot in here
Whoa.
because
You're a
I
Sherlock fan, right?
Whoa.
You have
yes.
a hard spot where?
I watch a lot of BBC, and
His
I
butt.
love
Bet you
Benedict
do.
Cumberbatch. So
I like him too.
I'd rather see Tom Hardy do it. I would be the rainbow.
According
It
to
would be
Jeff
very
Wadlow, who
painful
is
for you.
directing and producing the movie
What
It-
movie?
X-Force,
Oh, okay.
it was the
Tom Hardy's gonna be
100%
who? Cable?
version
Wow.
that it will. The characters in
Oh,
the
Doctor
storyline will be 100% to the comic.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just can't see an X-Force movie because I'm so strong guy.
I wanted
X
to.
Factor.
Oh, never mind.
X
Fuck you.
Factor.
Really?
God!
All right.
It's
Well, X Factor.
Yeah, Eddie, get
X-Force,
with the
whatever.
1990s program.
I hated both of them.
I wanted to like X-Force so bad, and I even bought a bunch of the comics. and
Cable
just
was the
could
only
never-
one worth it.
Right.
And
Yeah.
and
And
according,
Cannonball, who was Sam Guthrie from Kentucky.
according to IMDb, the only one confirmed for the X-Force is Stephen Lang.
yeah, that's what I got.
Who's he going to be?
He's going to be Cable,
I can see that, actually.
Yeah.
but
I can see that.
he will also. And that is after he's in pre-production right now for
He's going to go, yeah, I hope
the
you
3
die.
sequels of Avatar.
Yeah, there is a lot more coming in the Avatar world,
Yes.
which we can talk about, which is fine because believe it or not, I'm an Avatar fan.
I liked
love
it
the
too.
movie.
It's good popcorn.
I'm a big Jim Cameron fan, man. I love Jim Cameron. He can do no wrong.
See, he's just. Here's the thing. He's got so much time on his hands now. Ever since his like submarine is no longer around anymore, so he's got all this time now to make
Who's
movies.
that, James Cameron?
Here's the thing: is that I'm hoping by the time that these new Avatar films come out, that 4K televisions are kind of a commonplace.
Joe.
Like I'd really like. There's nothing I'd like to see more than like Avatar in 4K. Could you imagine?
Oh yeah.
I mean, it would be a thing of beauty.
I can't think of James Cameron now without thinking of that goddamn song.
Which one?
His name is James Cameron, the greatest pioneer.
I'll tell you what, man. Say what you will about him, but he's wonderful.
He's very
fucking
good at
film,
what he
yes,
does. Nobody does it better. He makes really good action movies.
Absolutely.
Nobody
man.
can beat him.
Yeah, no one ever talks about True Lies.
True Lies are good
True
movies.
Lies
I know,
is
but
good.
people always fail. They're like, "You like Jim Cameron? Oh, Terminator was great. I loved Avatar." And they're even like, "I like Titanic," and I'm like,
No, True Lies.
"True Lies was the shit."
Yeah, that was a great movie.
I love that movie, man. It was wonderful.
Bill Paxton, like,
yeah,
playing Bill Paxton.
Bill Paxton playing Bill Paxton
Yeah.
playing another character. Right on. Is there any more upcoming news?
Yeah. Star Wars Episode 7 is also
Harrison
coming.
Ford's old ass got hurt on the set.
He broke his ankle.
Oh, Han Solo.
Yeah, but for the sake of him being old, we're going to call it his hip.
He broke his ankle in the door of the Millennium Falcon. That's what happened. He had to be sent to the hospital, and he's going to be laid up for weeks.
I know
now.
somebody else that broke their ankle on an automobile.
Who?
You fuckface. It was a golf cart. You broke your ankle on a golf cart.
He was on those killer painkillers too because I had
Yeah.
to help him with stuff. He's like,
Yeah, but Eddie
It's
broke his
fine.
ankle on a golf cart. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
It was. I got my foot caught between the moving golf cart and the curb next to me, and it ripped my shoe and sock off. They
Yeah,
had
he
to
was-
scrape the gravel out of my foot.
That sounds
Oh.
awesome.
It was great.
That sounds sexual.
It was.
Once they release this one, they're going to do a second standalone movie. So they're kind of Disney.
Stand by me. Ooh.
Tell us more about Stand By Me, Ethel.
What they're trying to do is what Marvel has done,
Right, Rita.
and releasing a new movie every year.
Oh my God, Wanda, that's crazy.
Yeah,
oh, Star
standalone
Wars.
stuff. Yeah, background stories and stuff like that.
As long as Lucas isn't attached to it, then I'm kind of excited.
Yeah, he's done.
No, he's
Yeah,
just
he's
he
finished.
just like lets out like information here and there. Like I still am like connected to this movie. Hey, look at this.
No.
And like they're like, no, you. Can
I'm going to go to
just talk about
Skywalker Ranch and record myself farting.
So what was that about
THQ.
the director of the current Godzilla actually has one of the Star Wars
Yeah,
standalones?
he's doing the second one.
Yes.
J.J. Abrams is doing the.
Oh, it's a different director
episode
for each
7.
one.
Yeah, he's just
Well, that's
doing.
that's how the first three were.
Well,
yeah,
yeah,
he's
yeah.
just
Yes.
doing episode 7, but then
Like,
Gar-
I mean, I don't know.
Edwards is taking over.
Lucas only
for the
directed
other.
the first one, and then the awful prequel.
And I'm pissed at y'all about that because you took him from Star Trek.
Oh, shut up! It's okay. Here's the thing.
No,
Ugh.
it's not
J.J.
okay.
Abrams needed to help revamp Star Trek, and he needs to help revamp Star Wars after the 3 last shitty ones. So you know what? Here's the thing. I'm okay with him.
Whatever.
And I've already talked to you about this. And the
I don't
person
wanna hear
that's
it.
taking over Star Trek
Gail,
the person that is taking over Star Trek is someone that has worked with him on the last 2 Star Trek movies.
Lisa,
So it's okay. It's okay.
Are there going to be tribbles in it? Because I want to eat one.
I hope so. That's the only
Louise-
thing they haven't really touched on.
Louise, you are a Star Trek fan and a sea of Star
there
Wars
was a
fan.
dribble in part 2.
Yes,
I
missed
didn't see it. I didn't see it. Who cares?
Oh my God!
Do you hear me, Bertha?
Sucks so bad. Sucks so bad.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you to the fucking first episode that's really been just truly unorganized. Like, it's just everybody angry about something and shouting over the other person
It's
about
been
it.
a long week.
It has been a long week.
Loud noises.
I love Lamp.
I love you.
Oh, you wanted to do... Oh, sorry.
No, we're good.
Sorry,
Keep
Scooter.
going. Yeah, keep going, Dr. Spock.
Rambo
Sybil.
5 has been greenlit.
What?
Who?
Rambo 5.
Didn't we say everything we needed to be that needed to be said with the other 4 Rambos?
Rambo 5 battle over the community.
So he
village.
actually he moves the headband down now to hold up his boobies.
The whole movie's just him on his sports spraying the hose at the neighborhood kids.
Wow.
basically-
Get off my lawn!
And he basically sounds like how South Park did Rod Stewart.
And he is still in better shape than all of us put together.
Yes.
My pants.
Yes.
I saw the Sylvester Stallone porno, so I have that going
Oh.
for me.
Huh?
Hey.
Yeah, he did a porno. That was his very first movie. Was a porn film.
Okay, so to clean that out of our palate, Rambo 5 is going to be him back home, and he's extremely hating of all the new kids that have moved in America.
Wait,
I'm like that.
So is it like Green Torino then?
Like he basically lives in a neighborhood where all the other.
Torino, and all he does is sit in his window with this crossbow, waiting to shoot the neighborhood kids.
Like he lives in
Kids in their Xbox.
he lives in a neighborhood where all the new action stars now live, and he just sits around and talks about how much he hates new action stars.
Damn chink bastard! I'm shooting you off my front lawn.
Good God!
That's the way it was with Gran Torino and Clint Eastwood. So
Wow.
that's what this Rambo movie's
I'm
going
not
to
seeing
be.
that movie.
Oh, he was quite filthy.
Oh, man. Gran Torino is awesome.
See, pretty rock and roll.
Yeah, it was very rock and roll. We're talking like freaking Keith Richards rock and roll. That's how rock and roll he was.
Ubisoft has partnered with 20th Century Fox for an Assassin's Creed movie.
So,
Is it going to be like the Prince of Persia
That's
movie?
never going to happen. I'm still waiting for
They'll screw
the
it up.
Left 4 Dead movie, the hack slash movie. I'm still waiting for the.
no, I don't mean
Last
to steal
of Us
your
movie.
thunder,
I'm
but
still waiting for another House of a Thousand Corpses.
Yeah.
do you have something in there about the Sony licensing out the Sonic movie?
No.
Sonic.
No.
Yes.
I wouldn't look
Oh,
at
I heard
such a
about
thing.
that.
Yes.
Half live action, half animation.
The Hedgehog?
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That sounds
Like
awful.
Sony Pictures?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I was like, okay, they don't own that. All right.
All right, so we're going to be moving on
Is
to.
Urkel going to be in it? Is he
Oh,
going to
fuck
voice
me.
Sonic like he did in that awful cartoon?
Is that a kind of cheese?
He didn't
Hey.
sound like that in the show. He sounded quote unquote cool.
You know, speaking of Urkel, Carl Winslow killed a kid.
we
He shot a kid.
I know.
We will never let him forget about
No.
that.
Okay, so we're going to move on to another segment where we talk about our favorite superheroes and what it's like if all crime is completely abolished
Oh my god.
in the world. How do they make ends meet? How do they get by? Like, what exactly happens? And we're going to run with this on the fly because I brought it up like in an email a week ago when we were passing around, topics and stuff via email that we do. So I'm going to go ahead and just we're going to go to Jordan. And Jordan, you have to pick a superhero, and maintaining that all crime is now abolished. What is their day job? How do they make ends meet?
Wolverine's a fry cook. I don't know.
He just puts he roasts hot dogs and stuff like on his claws.
I
He
guess
holds
so.
them over an open fire.
No, sometimes Wolverine would run a nudie bar.
He's a titty bar guy.
Yeah, he's a titty part guy.
He's like the surly guy that runs the bar in Kill Bill Volume 2.
Yeah.
It's like, you kids are as useless as an asshole right here.
Yep. That's that
That's
guy.
pretty good, Eddie. What do you
kinda
got?
hit me with that one on the puzzle.
Yeah.
I've thought about this, and the best thing that I was like, oh man, this is gonna be awesome. Tony Stark, Iron Man.
He doesn't need to work.
No, the thing is,
No.
like, he loses it all. I mean, like,
Yeah.
Stark Industries is over.
Crime,
I mean,
war is done.
yeah,
It's all
and
done.
he has like no money. So basically, he creates his own traveling carnival that goes around, kind of like that would go to like little like county fairs. And he just
He
sits-
gives people a fucking ride on the suit for tokens?
No, but he uses the suit to actually power the whole thing like a generator. So he just sits in the middle, just drinking and smoking because he can't move.
Wow. Once
Throughout
the
the whole-
richest man in the world is now a piss-stained carny at the local
And
fair.
it's his carnival. It's Stark Carnivals.
Oh, okay.
It's Stark Carnivals, but he's just sitting in the middle, just smoking and drinking, while these cables are coming out of his Iron Man suit, powering up all the rides and everything.
Well, at least that god awful diesel generator smell won't be there like in every other fair.
No, it just smells like farts and
Kinda-
sadness.
It's kind of outweighing the smell of funnel
Failure.
When's
cake.
our fair? Is Tony Stark going to be at our fair?
No,
Is
no,
it
he doesn't
started-
start this till next year.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Mike, what
He's
do you
like
think,
the
man?
Gravitron.
Yeah.
He was at the expo.
Okay, I've got two. Peter Parker is a genius, so he's come up with two ideas.
No, he
number-
doesn't.
He's just really good at chemistry.
he
That's
is,
about it.
he is a
Photographer.
genius.
Such a genius. Why is he just a photographer?
Go
Why
on.
doesn't he have a girlfriend?
genius. He does. Mary Jane. Oh my God.
No,
she's hot.
he's been chasing that and can't seal the deal.
He
He's an
married
idiot.
it. They had
Yeah,
a
they were
kid.
married.
Yeah, it's
Thomas.
nice to objectify her.
You know, I like that my time is being taken up by your all's quabble, but shut up.
You took up a lot of our
You
time
took
looking
up
at
all
Phoebe
of
Cates
ours.
earlier.
Phoebe Cates is hot.
She is.
So
Joe.
okay.
If you
Peter,
like feet.
Peter Parker, number one, creates with his web fluid a breastfeeding sling because it disappears in 1 hour. so the girl can actually
Nice.
spray the web over her and cover up from where she's breastfeeding, and it automatically disappears in an hour.
Wow.
Yeah. Number 2, he actually.
That's a lot of thought in that right there.
Yeah, it is. I told you he's a genius. Number 2,
That
he
sounds more
actually does
cumbersome
a
than-
yard cleaning service for dog poop, and all he does is he web swings on it and flings it over to the neighbor's yard.
I like that. I would do that.
That's actually pretty damn impressive.
You stick a firecracker up a bullfrog's ass, it blows up, and you send him to the vet. You win twice, brother.
Country cousin Dalton. What a perfect way for him to come in with that fucking spiel. Country cousin Dalton, what do you think?
I got Bruce Banner teaching anger management.
That would work.
Let's be honest, you ain't going to lose your shit in his class.
He smashes your face.
It's actually pretty impressive. Ethel, what do you
I
think?
think of a more of an incredible situation
What do you mean?
where the Superman is sitting selling insurance. He's in a small little cubicle and he can't move.
I
So
think they
basically-
covered that in The Incredibles.
Exactly,
Yeah,
that's
that
what I'm
was The
saying.
Incredibles. Yeah.
That's what I think of when you
And
talk
you
about
knocked
this.
my idea.
Aw,
Oh,
I'm sorry.
that's okay.
See, I had an idea where Magneto, he winds up getting a job with the state
Scrap
he-
meddling.
where he just works in construction on the roads. Like he's erecting bridges by himself, and like everybody gets pissed, and he winds up causing everybody to get fired because he can like erect an entire bridge in one day without
they're
even like
merit.
breaking a sweat.
They're merit, so they won't get fired.
Yeah.
They just stand around and drink coffee.
His first job at the electronics store didn't last too long.
Why are all the DVDs
Oh, yeah, I was
erased?
about to say, you erased all the DVDs.
Nice, very
Oh,
nice.
Lordy.
Or maybe like Cyclops gets a job at like Dr. Beiser's or something
Oh
like.
my god.
Like he makes glasses, but his are like where he can't really afford to eat. Like he's lost some weight, so his kept sliding off of his head, and he keeps like his eyes keep like cutting all the frames and shit in half.
He like freaking melts the Panama Jack display.
Who would be the best at the reality show? One of them has to actually get famous. From
Yeah,
a
one of
shitty
them-
reality
Oh, a
show.
reality
Has to hit
show.
bottom and then rise like a phoenix.
Yeah, by being trash.
And
Somebody's
see,
gotta
I
become
can
trash.
actually see Wolverine and Big Brother and just totally
God.
screwing everybody.
Yeah.
He's
Well,
like,
now Wolverine gets a job like working at a carnival, and you pay $5 and you get to just beat him to death with a baseball bat, and then he rejuvenates and then, like he's ready for the next kid to step up and hit him in the nuts with a ball bat.
he works at Start Carnivals.
Yeah, he's
That's where they all go eventually. Start carnivals.
How about Storm as a weather girl?
That'll
Yeah.
work, yeah.
She's like, the weather
gonna-
is
it's
whatever
gonna
I
rain
choose it
today.
to be.
Boom, it's
Right.
raining.
right, definitely.
God.
Like Rogue gets a job working as Dr. Kevorkian's assistant. Like she just walks in
Wow.
and touches people and they fucking die.
She's a nursing assistant.
You need
Yeah,
to make an appointment. Because I kind of want to die.
and be touched by Rogue. It's a win-win.
You're
You
like,
can't beat it.
it's worth it.
No, it's like that Aqua
What's
Teen
the-
where Carl goes, that's okay. Sometimes I kind of want to die.
God, man.
As long as she's touching your penis, right?
She can touch any part of me.
And basically, Aquaman just does his thing. He just still sits in the ocean and plays with dolphins and clams.
There's
and
not much need for finance down there.
Yeah. She's like, can you give me a beer?
He has sand dollars.
Oh, but
Oh.
Horrible.
Lee, what do you think?
Yes.
Yes, he does have sand dollars. Yes,
Yes,
I agree.
Welcome Daniel Bryan to the show.
Great
Yes.
addition.
So
And
no, like superhero.
I keep picturing like the Hulk working in a mailroom, and he's like depressed, and he's like pushing a mail card, and his suit's ripped, but he's not Bruce Banner. Like he's hulked out, pushing like a mail card with his head down. Yeah, he's upset. He's very angry.
Got it.
I'd have to think about it. I kind of jumped in here. I switched out with country cousin Dalton. You've covered Wolverine. You've covered Storm. Who else?
Iron Man.
Rogue.
What was Iron Man?
Iron Man actually starts Start Carnivals and actually powers a traveling carnival
with his suit?
with his suit.
Okay.
Oddly
covered
enough.
Hey, it was really good.
You're a Batman fan. Give Batman a job.
Yeah,
Oh.
Wayne. You know, Bruce
It would
Wayne
be
is
the first
piss
Batman.
poor now. He has nothing.
Yes. He has
So he's
fallen.
lost all his
He's
money.
lost all his
Yeah,
money. He
he's-
has to make ends meet.
He's an
now.
everyday schlub like us.
I think he would run an orphanage. He would give it back to
orphaned
his-
children.
yeah.
I think he'd be that crazy homeless guy. on
He
the
starts
street.
like a home security company, where he comes over, sets a security system up, and if he can break into your house, then it's no good. You get
No,
it for free.
the security system is he just stands up on a gargoyle on your roof.
Yeah, yeah.
You have to install the gargoyle.
And it's always storming while he's up there for some reason. There's always lightning.
But he doesn't.
Just always brooding.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
he doesn't have the suit, so it's just kind of weird looking. He's just up there. like
He's
this
wearing
regular guy.
sweatpants.
Yeah, he had to sell off of his suits to get groceries.
He's wearing sweatpants and a wife beater.
Oh.
And some New Balance.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
baseball bat.
Oh.
Some really bright white New Balances.
You got to jog and get some
He
coffee.
doesn't know how the drive-throughs work. You know, Alfred did all his work for him.
Yeah, Alfred even went out and just like got his food. Like,
So,
went to the-
I kind of agree with you. I mean, he's been catered to his whole life, so I'll agree with you, Elizabeth.
he's fucking homeless.
Yeah, he's just a guy on the street sleeping on the
Welcome
spikes.
to the really real world. You
There was
fucking-
somewhere in the world where these like big companies were putting spikes on the ground outside
Yeah.
of where homeless people sleep. That was Bruce Wayne. He's the one that got the spikes removed from that one place who was the homeless guy standing on the street.
They also
The
have
photo
like
that they released.
shrieking sounds. Also,
What are they, like owls?
Just anything, any loud noise.
Anything to get homeless people away from the front of your business, I
Yeah.
guess. It's really fucked up.
They're,
You know-
they're aggressive in Atlanta.
I'm
They're
sorry,
a little
but
aggressive.
heaven forbid, they sleep in front of your store that's closed at night.
Right, yeah. Yeah, totally. We don't
Well,
want
some
that.
of them shit in front of it too. I've seen it. It's
Well,
horrible.
You know,
I used to work in Louisville.
Hey, you know that little bit of
After
pity
lunch.
that you had for homeless people? Let's make it go away. They shit.
Some of them do kind of like when
We're all
you're
like, it's sad, man, that this guy was homeless and he looks pitiful sitting here. She's like, yeah, well, how many people have you had shit on your on your storefront?
Yeah.
well, I do like it
They
when,
shit everywhere. They're like little fucking gerbils. They just
Everywhere,
shit.
all over the windows,
Okay.
all over the wall.
I'm just saying, in Atlanta, when a homeless guy came up to me, he goes, "Man, I need this." I was like, "Yeah, man, I can spare some money for you." I pulled out my wallet, pulled out a couple of bills. He goes, "Oh, thanks," and took it, all of it.
He took all your money?
Not all my money. What I pulled out, I go, "Here, I was just trying to pull, $5 or something." And he goes, "Oh, thanks, man," and he fucking ran off
Of course.
Why didn't you track
It's
him down and
called-
fucking
got
fist fight him?
because I'm fat and slow.
I think you got mugged there, bud.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure you got mugged.
yeah.
And Gertrude is like, I bet you he's shit in front of you
They
too.
did the same thing when I pulled change out of my pocket. It was a different one, trying to be,
he got
yeah.
Well,
And
mugged.
this
learn
guy's
from the
hard
first
up.
one.
He's probably needs a bottle of Ripple. Whatever helps
Do
him
you,
sleep.
do you hate homeless people?
No.
He got mugged nicely.
Yeah.
He didn't even get mugged in the
He
sense
didn't
of,
need a
he got
knife or
beat up.
anything.
So that's
At
what
least they were
happened.
nice enough to say
Wallet.
thank you. Bro, I'm going to steal from you, but I appreciate it. God bless.
Yeah.
And he just goes, thanks. and walks
Yeah.
off.
Did you actually thank him? If you thanked him, did you say thank you when he walked away? You
No.
probably
for
did.
letting you live.
Yeah. My husband, when he went to
Then they move so fast you
California,
can't they're
When
gone by the time you realize
he
what
went there
happened.
for work, and his boss at the time was very forward man, and homeless person came up to him and asked for money. He's like, "Well, bend over and I'll slide a credit card in your ass."
Also, there was one where
He didn't give.
my friend, she was talking about when she was going to school in Boston. This guy was asking for money and stuff. This lady comes up to him. He goes, gave him a big sandwich. And when her back was turned, he chunked the sandwich and hit her in the head. He said, "I wanted money, bitch."
That was
So-
on Scary Movie.
Yeah.
But that really happened. And,
In real life.
so
Well, I was at the Greyhound station
Yeah.
in Louisville, and
and he
they
kicked you.
No, he hit me in the arm. I was playing Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and that was the only arcade machine they had there, and I was like playing. I knew I was going there, and I knew they had the game, so I actually brought change. I had like $1.50.
Change.
I had $1.50 in change,
Change.
and so I had enough, just for 3 games. And I was on my second game. I'm sitting there playing. This guy walks up and he goes, hey man, I got a hero. She's sick, man. I just need to get some money. And for that, I was like, I don't have any money, and I'm still trying to play the game. And I'm like, I don't have any money, man. And he's like, oh man, just anything, man. She's 8-year-old girl, man. She's sick. I need to have some money for medicine. I
Why
was
are you
like,
at the bus station?
and I was like, dude, I don't have any money. He goes, man, it slaps me in the arm. He goes, man, she's 8 years old. I need to get some medicine.
I'm like, I hope she fucking dies.
And I'm like,
That's how you
and
get
I'm like,
stabbed.
and when he hit me, it scared the crap out of me. I mean, we're in a public place and this guy is like hitting me, and I'm like, here, and I give him my last 50 cents, and I'm so pissed off. He's like, thanks, 8 years old, and just like walks off. And here's
Remix.
the thing, though, I was even more
It was 50 Tyson.
nice.
Plot twist.
And I was just so pissed too because right after all that happened, I lost the fight and I had no other money to restart the game. 'cause I
Yeah,
was so
but
close to
dude,
the
he's losing his daughter. You're a piece of shit.
He is not. 50
You're a
Cent
piece
is not
of
going to
shit.
save his fucking daughter.
Yeah, and that's
it was
why-
going to save my life in Marvel vs.
It'll
Capcom.
feed a kid in Uganda.
Your sympathy has to stop somewhere. I'm
Right?
sorry.
Yeah. No, I completely understand. Fuck that
No,
guy.
I help homeless people. I love homeless people, but fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy.
You sound like a retracting politician. Now, my statements before, I just want to say, I love homeless people.
No, on
Like, you
Derby,
sound like a politician that made a gay joke and was like, I want you guys to know I love the gays. But that guy was out of control.
no, I mean on Derby Day, I freaking gave a homeless guy a Burger King value meal. All right, so I like homeless people.
That was your Derby Day contribution.
Eddie,
it was.
please keep validating yourself. This
Yeah.
is wonderful.
Keep digging
No,
that hole,
no,
buddy.
I'm so pissed off at that one guy from the Louisville station. Oh,
He
whatever.
tainted you.
All right, fuck this. We are out of here for the week. We're the Burg nerds, fuckers. I'm Jeremy.
I'm Jordan.
I'm Trash Boat Eddie. Fuck that guy in Louisville.
Thank God I'm not homeless Mike.
I'm Lee.
Country cousin Dalton.
The chick.
Gertrude. And I'm Jeremy. We're going to wrap it up. Hulk Hogan, you probably wouldn't want to do this.
Fuck you.
First my clothes catch on fire, then my car hits a tree. You might think it's a big catastrophe, just seems normal to me.